Introducing SYNCHRO, a spacious and easy to build open core base with a wide gap shooting floor, suitable for trios and quads on weekly servers. First, I'll show you the disconnectable externals. The base only needs 2, making it quick to put up. No fancy wall stacking in this design. There are also 2 gatehouses, one on either side of the base, with peaks looking back into the compound. Each gatehouse has loot storage in the roof, and turret pods that protect your base and precious ores spouting in the furnaces. You'll also find a respawn point on 2 sides, with a vending machine at the back and boxes above the beds. The bedrooms also extend privilege out to the edges of the compound, making it difficult for anyone to build in. Running into the base through one of 2 entrances, you'll find a locker on the left, as I didn't know what else to put here. Jumping up the chute and going around the corner brings us onto the 2nd floor open core. Together with the boxes in the floor and the 4 large loot rooms, there's a total of 26 large boxes. This crazy amount of storage is protected by the 4 turrets above. Dropping down the chute, we have the starter core. Here, there's plenty of early game loot space, with room for all the deployables you'll need to get started. And in the main TC, you can fit over a day's worth of resources in. Going back upstairs, there's a peak on each chute, looking back into the open core. On the next floor up, we have the main peaks for the open core, one on either side of the base, with great angles to defend from. On this floor, we have even more storage in the roof, coupled with 2 double bedrooms. Moving out through the airlock, we have the wide gap shooting floor, a must-have for any base design in 2022, with a complete 360-degree view of the surrounding area, making it easy to guard your compound and win a raid. There are also drop-down peaks on both sides of the base to give you more angles. And situated above them, we have peak ups, so you can defend your roof from any top-down raiders. To get onto the roof, there are 2 jump ups, with storage underneath, windows to shoot from, and a respawn point. Up here, you'll find another 4 turrets, protecting the top of the base, with ramp peak downs around the edge, and roofs on each corner. More details in the description. First, we'll build the starter. Here I'll show you a scaled down version, so you can secure the area on White Day. Any HQM upgrades will be saved to the end of the video. Put the TC on either square, but always remember to lock it. If you don't, your externals will be useless, and raiders will be able to grief your base. Next, go outside and build a shelf at the half height in the TC room. You can use the TC room for storage, and the other square for your bags and deployables. When you've gathered some more resources, expand it like so, with 2 more loot rooms on the opposite side. Now seal in the roof, leaving a gap for the jump up. Put a low wall and a half wall here for the open core peak. The full wall on the left should actually be rotated and upgraded to metal as soon as possible, as it forms one of the open core loot rooms later. Put 3 foundations here and a triangle at half height for act as a jump up. Now complete the loot rooms. The ramps above and below the shelves act as another wall to prevent raiders from entering a breach. You can upgrade them to metal later if you wish. If you want to increase the raid cost through the doors, you can add 2 more here and on the other side. Next, add honeycomb around each loot room. The tops of the honeycomb can stay stone, as will be covered later. If you haven't done so already, add another jump up on the opposite side of the base. Before adding the externals and gatehouses, we need to build the wine gap foundations. To do this, build up by 4 squares and a triangle. Remove all the squares, but not the triangle. Then build back towards the base with 4 triangles and a square. Now remove the excess foundations, add another square, and upgrade both of them. Now we'll build the external TC. Place down 4 triangle foundations, followed by a square and 2 more triangles. And place 2 half walls here. You must have 2 half walls with a disconnecting mechanism to work correctly. Feel free to add more doors to make the external a full 8 rocket raid, just like in the tour. Now remove these foundations and connect the external to the gatehouse with a series of frames, like so. As soon as you have the materials, these connections should be upgraded to metal, otherwise your base can be griefed easily. In the event of a raid and your main TC gets destroyed, to replace it, you'll need to disconnect both TCs, like so. Once you've replaced it, reconnect them with these frames. Now secure the gatehouse. Build half walls on top and leave gaps for the turret pods. To place boxes on the triangle, you can use a ladder. Repeat this step again on the opposite side of the base. Before placing your high external walls, build the compound bedrooms. These foundations can be higher to save cost. Put a door in place of the vending machine for now, if you don't have materials to make them. Connect the bedroom to the foundations with frames like so. Again, mirror this step on the other side of the base. For the compound walls, you'll need 4 on each corner. Make sure the ones next to the gatehouses and the bedrooms point out slightly. This will give you enough room to place your large furnaces and still build the wide gap shooting floor. When placing the large furnaces, make sure they're as close to the compound walls as possible Add barricades to the top of the bedrooms and the gatehouses. Place 3 of them on top of the gatehouse using twig scaffolding, like so. Obviously, to get up here, you can just use ladders. Now the compound is sealed, you can complete the base in relative peace. Expand the chutes like so. Now on the second floor, build 2 layers of walls all around the base. The wall on the left can stay stone if you want to save a little bit of materials. Mirror the peak on this side of the base and expand both the chutes. If you're slightly confused, I'm using symmetry here, so just repeat these steps again. Build the honeycomb around each loop room. Build the central part of the open core. If you want to lock the boxes underneath this square, you need to place them down now and get your team to auth on the codes. Put ramps on the bottom of each loop room. These just make it a little bit easier to access the boxes. After placing wall frames for the garage doors, build the turret pods above. Then the peaks and ceiling the roof. Build shelves in each loot room by placing a twig triangle through the wall, like so. Again, you could place more garage doors in here, just like the starter, if you want. Now build the other 2 turret pods. Unfortunately, these turrets will be behind doors when you're offline, but seeing as the doors will probably get splashed in a raid, they'll still protect your loot, and could even surprise raiders. This part of the ceiling can stay stone, as when the base is in its final form, it won't decrease the raid cost. You can also put another turret under this jump up if you wish. Now seal in the open core peak and the chute. The battery will go on the left here. complete the 4th floor with the bedrooms. You should also put an embrasure on this window so you can remove the glass and kill anyone who gets in your shooting floor. This ceiling can be armoured to prevent anyone from going straight down. Now to put the foundations for the wide gap shooting floor. Hopefully, you placed your furnaces correctly. Mirror this shape on all 4 corners of the base. Connect the foundations together using frames. The ones that are closest to the base need to be metal. The other ones can stay stone. The middle ones here can also be stone. On these high foundations, built up by 2 frames on both sides of the base. Next, build up by 1 more layer of frames and add floors all around. Sorry if I changed the building grade incorrectly. I had to remove the HUD, which shows which grade you're in, as it has some dumb gambling advert on it. Then build the drop down peaks. You should definitely place a bed in here so you can see over the low walls. Now add windows all around, and build the exit onto the roof. After completing the ceiling, add wall frames in these locations and put double doors in them to prevent raiders from gaining full control of your shooting floor. When the shooting floor is finished, we can build the roof defences. Where the roofs point inwards, we can use to house our turrets. Oh, and don't forget to add the ramps to the peak downs. And finally, we can add the windmills. Obviously you won't be able to use no clip for this, you'll have to use ladders. Now I'll show you which parts you should definitely upgrade to HQM. Upgrade each ceiling in the overcore loot rooms, and the walls around the main TC in the starter, but you don't need to do the wall on the right. And this square to prevent raiders from coming straight down from your open core into the starter. And the base is finished. If you managed to make it this far, well done. Make sure to check out my Twitch, where you can see me building every weekend. I'll also be doing some challenges in the real game very soon. See you there. Cheers.